let's take a look right now at the 7-day so we can see what's going on. And listen, there's rain in the forecast. There's no way around it. We need this rain, though. We're in that elevated fire danger season. It's not elevated daily. You've got to have the lower humidity and the higher winds to really elevate that danger. But on the days that it is, it helps to have that saturation on the ground. So with this rain coming in, we've got a little chance for some showers today. I didn't even bother putting it on the forecast. You know my rule of thumb, 20% or more, and it'll go on there. But really, St. Augustine, Palatka, Palm Coast, Green Cove Springs, you're in that realm where we could see a couple of showers in this afternoon and evening. If that updates before the noon, of course, you'll hear it first right here on air and online, news4jax.com and News4Jax on air with our noon show. But today, we've got quite the show for you because from Wednesday all the way into Sunday, we've got that rain. Mom, are you a gardener? I know my mom is, and Mother's Day is coming up. Well, guess what? You might be sick of watering the plants. I know everything I've got's fake or dead. I don't bother. I can't. I kill everything I ever own plant-wise. So Mother Nature's going to do you a big favor, and come Sunday, plenty of rain. You don't have to do anything. No labor in the garden, and you really shouldn't be doing any labor at all. You've got temperatures in the 80s, digressing into the 70s for Saturday and Sunday as that system comes in, kind of dropping those temps for you. So that's what we're looking at 7-day wise, and we're thinking about our moms all week long. I love my mom. She's one of my best friends in the world. I love her so much. I FaceTime her like 5 times a day. Sometimes she's busy. Well, she's busy all the time, but you know, she's always taking the call. I appreciate it. All right, you know what we're going to talk about today where you need to take heed? Hurricane season. It is Hurricane Preparedness Week, and we are going to get prepared now. Hey, friend, shut the door. I love it. He's my favorite. This is my buddy. Sits across the hall. I love it. This room is the best. Anyway, okay, you see behind the scenes. Good stuff. So, Hurricane Preparedness Week is this week, and National Weather Service Jacksonville on X said it's Hurricane Preparedness Week. The best time to prepare for hurricanes is before hurricane season begins. That is so true. Avoid having to rush through potentially life-saving preparations by waiting until it's too late. So that is so true. Let's take a look at this because as you prepare, you want to A, develop an evacuation plan, know your zone. That's so important. You can find that online on our website as well, news4jax.com. You want to assemble disaster supplies of food, water, batteries, chargers, radio, and what's king? Cash. Everybody needs a lot of cash during this time because you don't know if you're going to have to evacuate, and it's so important to have that food and water on reserve too. Hit up Costco, make a run, get the wine and cheese too. Come on, let's be real. So, you know, get out there, get what you want. Also, get your insurance checkup and document your possessions. I know I do that every year since I've been in Florida. You got some nice stuff. You don't want to ruin it, okay? Create a communication plan with a handwritten list of contacts. If your phone dies, I know I don't remember phone numbers. I don't know if you do. You got a brain of steel, but either way, write them down. It's a better idea. And strengthen your home. Do those checkups early. You don't want to panic. Everybody hates to panic, right? Come on. Nobody wants to panic. Food-wise, canned food's always a good idea. It'll keep, right? The water, it'll keep. So I'd have a little room where you keep stuff, get those kits ready. Chargers are crucial. You can order chargers in bulk on Amazon. I just did it, as a matter of fact. It's worth the time. Batteries are crucial. You can order those in bulk on Amazon as well. And, you know, I think it's so important. Get your car checked, too. Get your car checked and, yeah, have ways to stay safe. This is so important to prepare now. As a meteorologist, I encourage you to do it. Don't wait. It is so bad to wait. I hear horror stories every year of waiting. So just make sure you do all that. Now, listen, we got a big show for you today, okay? We wanted to go ahead and cover the hurricane season preparedness, but it is Cinco de Mayo. You gonna go have yourself a margarita, a little empanada later? I don't know, what you up to? Yeah, we just had them on the morning show. Well, not the margs, but the empanadas. So as you look at the beach right now, it is absolutely picturesque. I've seen people on their e-bikes. I've seen people running. You're better than me. I'm not running. I run to the refrigerator. I'm not running anywhere else. I will not, no. But you are, and I think it's great you're staying in shape. I would be laying out under one of those umbrellas right now. And if you're doing that, you're in good shape. But remember, temperatures are going to get warm. What do you need? Sunscreen and water. That's right. So coming up after the break, listen to what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how a new survey from AAA, it shows that most Floridians make the decision not to evacuate during hurricane season because they're concerned about damage. If there's damage to your home, you're probably going to get hurt. Evacuate. I'm real into this. I talk about it all the time with pets too. We had a real come to Jesus about the pets last year because people were leaving them behind, and I'm not cool with that. It's not cool. It's a member of the family. Also, we're going to show you a tornado that formed in Hall County on Friday. And of course, we've got your Cinco de Mayo forecast all coming your way in minutes. Welcome back. We're excited you're back with us today. We're covering a lot of good topics, including a lot of hurricane prep because it's what? Hurricane Preparedness Week. That's right. And it is my goal as a meteorologist to keep you safe, get you prepared as early as possible. It's crucial. In fact, we've got a hurricane preparedness survey I want you to take a look at. As this week is National Hurricane Preparedness Week, a new survey from AAA reveals most Floridians make the decision not to evacuate. What? No, come on. Come on. You guys aren't evacuating. This happened last year. And the big problem I had with it was that we had video of pets just being tied up. It's so inhumane. It's ridiculous. I got a big problem with that. Anyway, people weren't evacuating. They were leaving their pets behind, and it's all because they were concerned there'd be damage to their home or property, and they wouldn't be there to fix it immediately. Okay, even if you're here, you're not going to be able to fix it immediately. So many of you know this, by the way. You're amazing. We all have our kits made, but those of you that don't and you're kind of dragging your feet, you can't do that. This is not safe. Out of the Florida members surveyed by AAA, 46% said that damage was their top reason for not evacuating. That was followed by a concern for their pets. I'm glad to hear there's a little concern out there after what I saw last year, and financial reasons. Listen. Okay, act now, worry later. Okay, the money will be there, and if it's not, we've all got family. We'll figure it out. You got to go. You got to be safe. Only 16% of people had flood insurance. It's hard to get. It is hard to get. I sympathize. I was live in Daytona Beach when a couple of those hurricanes came through, and a lot of the flood insurance was a real problem for people. It was so sad. 64% say they did not know about the 30-day waiting period for a new flood insurance policy to take effect. That's why you want to get that flood insurance as early as possible, because the day before a hurricane, it's not going to help you. No, it's not. People were asked, what's the lowest category of hurricane that would make you decide to evacuate your home? 4% say they would evacuate for a Cat 1 storm, 19% for Cat 2, 29% for Cat 3, 27% only for Cat 4, and a 12% for Cat 5? Is this real? Yes, of course it's real, but I can't believe it. Come on, we can do better than that. Of those surveys, 53% say they feel somewhat prepared, choosing to make preparations when a storm approaches. Well, we all feel invincible, right? But whoop, newsflash, we're not, okay? Especially not in Florida. 43% of you say you feel very prepared, and 4% say you don't feel prepared at all. I don't like these numbers, guys. I don't like them. No. Now, look, you're going to do you, right? But come on. You got pets, you got kids, you got yourselves, you got your cars, you got all kinds of stuff. Utilize your resources and utilize them now. I'm sure you're watching me like, dang girl, you're lecturing me. And I know that's what it sounds like. I'm not. But I remember last year, just so many dogs were left behind, and it makes me sick, to be honest. Hotels will take you if you have pets during hurricanes, if you have to evacuate. And I believe last year we had a list on our website, and there's a lot of information there. Do the right thing. So many of you do. You're amazing. We got to make our kits. We got to get it done. All right. I'm not going to harp. I'm going to move on. All right. I'm going to move on. Okay. Let's take a look at this serious stuff here. Good video coming in from Georgia. We've got a tornado forming in Hall County on Friday. Now, there was no official tornado warning issued in Hall County. It was about 60 miles northeast of Atlanta. Take a look at your screen and you'll see what I'm talking about. However, county emergency officials say that they went ahead and activated outdoor warning sirens after calls came in about a possible twister, which you see right there. Scary, scary stuff. Officials will conduct a storm survey with the National Weather Service to determine if it was a tornado. Reports have come in of limited structural damage and several downed trees in the county. Yeah, it's devastating to watch. We'll wait and see what they have to say about that. But moving on, I bet you heard us talking about this. Oh, yeah. There was a yacht. Let me tell you a little story. It's not a bedtime story because it's not a good one. There was a yacht. They put 30 people on the yacht. I believe the capacity was 15, 16. And you can clearly see beside me what happened. That yacht, things took a turn and it began to sink. And 32 people were rescued from an overloaded yacht in Miami. Luckily, nobody was hurt. But when it comes to boating, oh man, yeah, you can't ever load a boat like that because that's what happens. Ooh, speaking of insurance, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. Ooh, I kind of lost for words, I'm imagining I'm sure the interior of that boat was just gorgeous. Well, they're insured. They'll get another one. But the most important thing is nobody was hurt. But man, that's crazy to look at, isn't it? It's wild. But I got to commend, the rescues that were made. Great job, because 32 people not hurt with that kind of overload. It's just fantastic. We all get excited. We all are thinking, oh, we want to go have fun. I mean, it makes sense, right? And it's your yacht. You're like, come on board my yacht. And then you got to get off board because it sinks. So it's It's awful. Yeah, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. All right, so now we want to take a look at Cinco de Mayo because it's the Cinco de Mayo day. Maybe you're going to go get on your yacht. Be cognizant of how many people can fit on that yacht, all right? For Cinco de Mayo today, 87 degrees. Again, a couple of showers, St. Augustine, Palatka, Green Cove Springs, Palm Coast. If that changes, we'll let you know. Go have a margarita. Go have 5. You know, crawl home, all right? I'm not going to advise that. Be safe. Always drink responsibly. But go have fun. Use Uber as needed. And Cinco de Mayo it up. Is that the holiday, Caitlin, where you get the beads?
No, Mardi Gras.
Oh, it's Mardi Gras. Okay. Well, all right. Michelle McCormick brought me back like a beaded shrimp necklace. I was going to put it on for the noon, but I guess I don't need it. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Enjoy your day. We hope to see you tomorrow. We're going to have just as much fun. It's unhinged, it's fun, it's real. Send us your story ideas.